I'm Callum Innes. This is my studio in Edinburgh. This is, you could call it my office space, but where I make drawings and watercolours. It's clean. It's meant to be tidy. But mainly I make the watercolours and, as I say, make drawings through here. And as we go through in here, I have the main space I work on. The work in here is not really finished just now. It's all in preparation for a show. And the black paintings that you see are paintings that have just been started. They all start off as solid black paintings, and then eventually we take the black off, and then while they're still wet, I'll then put a colour through them again, and then take the colour off. The paintings always pretend to be either geometric and clean and tidy, but it's quite chaotic in the way that I make them. And then round here, paintings that have yet to be decided upon, and sometimes it takes quite a while to look at the painting, so we bring these out periodically and have a look at them and see if they're actually doing what I think they're doing. Over the last 15 years, I continually go back to watercolour. It's the luminosity I can get with watercolour, or I can achieve at times with watercolour, that I can't, I maybe strive to get with oil paintings. Well, I'm trying to do a watercolour, but I've got a cold, so excuse me if it doesn't actually work. So I'm going to put a Delft blue and a translucent orange together, but I need to block in the block first. So, let's wash my hand. The trick is try not to get too many splatters on there. And with these particular works, I mask them off to start with, so I get, which is almost a square, but I get a clean edge, which I then break later. You've got to give it a couple of minutes, just so it's still wet, but not liquid. Just clean my hands. With these particular watercolours that we're talking about and are being shown at the Tate, there are always two blocks of colour and sometimes two opposite colours. And you really don't know when you put them together exactly what colour you're going to achieve. I can subtract colour out of them, so you get this very beautiful neutral at times appearing. It's not chance. I'm always curious about where you can go with the colour. This is just some water. It's just so I can get it right. So I'm just going to clean the brush. In the way that I make these watercolours, I mean, I don't make them every day for 3 weeks. I maybe make them twice a week between the oil painting when things are waiting to dry or whatever. But they do lead from one to another. So you get these bodies of work when you get these sequences that actually can hang together quite well. I'm going to take a poly brush now, and I'm going to lift as much as I can out of it to create almost like a neutral. Some pigments bite different than others. Some will remain, some you can almost remove almost the entire colour out of the watercolour. And what I'm going to do is just lay another colour across it again. The directness of watercolour is very unforgiving. If you make a mark, the mark stays. You know, you're working back to front because you're working with the lightness of the paper. And you can see there's a slight fault in the paper there where the blue has actually bitten. But you don't know that's going to occur. If I can actually get it to do something and have attention, or even take the language of not watercolour painting or watercolour forward in my head, then it's a successful thing if it works.